On the channel, it feels like a trip back to the 90s in the Marvel Action Hour with the retro Iron Man and plasma cannon.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here. Welcome back to the channel for another Iron Man unboxing and review. And today, we've got the Iron Man retro packaged Hasbro Pulse exclusive Iron Man and plasma cannon. But for all your Marvel Legends needs and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up Entertainment Earth. Use code Kyle to save yourself 10% for all in-stock items. And of course, anything over $39 does ship free. Got to get a deal all day long. Now this one though was a Hasbro PulseCon exclusive. An interesting one, but one for someone in my age bracket. This is probably a lot of people of my age introduction to Iron Man. Yes, a lot of people probably read him in the comics, but we've talked before on the channel. The 90s, it was X-Men mania, it was Spawn mania, it was Savage Dragon mania, at least in my house it was. But Iron Man was one of those kind of guys everybody knew about, but nobody on the old playground really read. But then a thing called the Marvel Action Hour came, and we were introduced to the Fantastic Four, Iron Man, and Incredible Hulk. Three heroes everybody knew about, but we got a little bit deeper understanding into the world of those characters, and Iron Man was a great one for that. I really did enjoy the Iron Man cartoon. That's where really a lot of my memories of Iron Man, War Machine, and some of his villains, Whiplash, guys like that, Blizzard, that's where I first found out about those guys. And if we've seen from Marvel Legends over the last decade plus, we've got a lot of those guys from the Iron Man catalog of villains and the catalog of friends and foes, and you guys get that. So it was really cool to experience the Marvel Action Hour, and then of course the Iron Man toy line that went hand in hand like most good cartoons had back in the day. So this really hits me in the nostalgia feel. I was collecting every single one of those Iron Man figures. I really did enjoy those, and it might be blasphemy for some of you guys, but this is my Iron Man. When I close my eyes and think of Iron Man, I think back to that first Iron Man from the Marvel Action Hour, the animated series, and of course the toy line from Toy Biz back in the day. So this is a really, really cool one. Of course, this is a deluxe one. This, like I said, is a Hasbro exclusive, and we come with some extra bells and whistles with this one, which is always fun for sure. But without further ado, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging, we're going to talk about it, we're going to unbox it, we're going to talk about it, we're going to see where it goes from there. So we do get a big deluxe outer box, making this pack feel even more special. Cool Iron Man graphic, very cool action figure look from the 90s. Of course, that purple background, that was a hallmark of the toy line from Toy Biz way back when. On the side, we got Iron Man plasma cannon, it says underneath his name. Same thing on both sides there. And then in the back, we get a little blurb, which is actually the same blurb that we see on the back of the actual figure as well. And a little bit of, here's what's in the pack, and then you get your warnings, UPCs, all that kind of fun stuff. Like I said, this is the outer shell. Unfortunately, mine came pretty dinged up on the corner, so always unfortunate, but what are you going to do? Beggars can't be choosers, I guess. Off to the races. See you later. And then I'm going to pull out some of this stuff. This is what was inside that box. Very cool here is the plasma cannon. So the big old cannon here, of course, very reminiscent of Iron Man in the, what game was that? Was that Marvel versus Street Fighter? Or no, Marvel versus Capcom. Yeah, Marvel versus Capcom, I believe, is what this weapon was from. So a little bit of melding the packs together. Really revisionist history is what we're getting a little bit here. But very cool. I love that they package it almost like an old school vehicle, accessory pack, things like that. But it looks really, really good. Once again, so we'll dive into this here in a second. But let's take a look at the packaging on Iron Man as well. And like I said, nostalgia is a big thing, and this is exactly like those figures back in the day. I still see them at local toy store, and I always say, man, those are so cool. I hope they make all these in Marvel Legends. Of course, we know we're going to have a few. I don't know how deep they're going to go in this line, but I do think it looks really, really cool. All kinds of different stuff in this packing with Iron Man. Very retro card inspired. Now, we've seen X-Men, we've seen Spider-Man, we've seen Fantastic Four, now we've seen Iron Man. Will we see Incredible Hulk in some retro packaging? I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked. And on the back, we get the same kind of stuff we saw on the back of the shipper box. We'll read the back here, see what it says about our old buddy Iron Man. Let's see here. Tony Stark's modular Iron Man armor gives the Armored Avenger access to an evolving range of advanced weaponry, from his repulsors and unibeam to the devastating proton cannon. Oh boy, we're off to the races. All right, let's bust this weapon out here. Let's see what all the fuss is about with this old proton cannon. I'll get him out, maybe. Of course, plastic-free packaging. We're all cardboard here. in this one at least. Oh, we got a little extra piece in there. Almost threw it away without it. See you later, goodbye. See you later off to the side. Oh, the parchment paper prison. Everybody loves that. Not really, not really. There's parchment paper. Bam, see you later, goodbye. And then we get some cardboard prison. Bam, off the screen, see you later. And a big blaster effect. Bam, see you later, goodbye. And we're off to the races with 3 different pieces here. Big, big cannon, but very, very light. Very light plastic here, which, hey, that works. That makes sense. I understand it. You do get a nice clear stand for this, and just like so, pop that bad boy in, and there you go. I think I got it backwards probably. It's probably that way. There you go. Yeah, you gotta go that way, because definitely heavy, definitely big. It'll stand right there, and then you get the big cannon blaster effect piece. Plug that in the front. And there it is. A little bit weak. I don't know. We'll see. Got to get it in there tight. There it is. It is what it is. I don't know if anybody would buy this separately. At least I wouldn't. This is going to take up some real estate on the shelf for sure. But it is cool. It is a throwback to the video game, of course. Nice effect. You got the nice pink in there against the blue. You got the gray, and then the charcoal gray inside. A little bit of red here and there, but pretty plain for the most part. But obviously a big, big, gigantic weapon. And if you're a fan of the game, fan of that version of Iron Man, hey, that's for you. But what's for me is this action figure here. Now let's get this out of the package, 4 and up. These are always confusing because they're kind of clamped in together, so I'm not exactly sure. How does one get this out? That's the question. That's the $1 million question right here. You gotta figure it out. Maybe. Go through the bottom. When in doubt, always go through the bottom. That's what I'm doing. There we go. There we go. We're getting it. We're losing some pieces, though, so we got to be a little careful here. There it is. All right. Out of the package. Very cool packaging. It really does pay me. I would love to have a whole set of these. Hang them up on the wall all the way down. Oh, if I only had the space. See you later. Maybe in a few years, I'm going to get a big old building in the country, and I'm going to build just a massive museum. We'll see. We'll see. We might do that one of these days. You never know. See you later. Goodbye. All right, what is this? So we get a little effect pieces, it looks like. So we do get its own plastic prison there. There goes the plastic-free packaging. So we do have that. See you later. Off the screen. Luckily, didn't knock it over. How about a little plastic prison here for old Iron Man? There he is. Extra hands, extra heads, extra effect pieces. A lot going on with this Iron Man figure. And I'm here for it. Like I said, this is my Iron Man. When I think of Iron Man, when I close my eyes, I go back to that Marvel Action Hour. And that's what I think of. I get that piece out. There we go. And the final piece of the puzzle. Maybe Iron Man himself. Yes, there it is. See you later over the top. All right, we're ready to go. We're ready to bust into this. Man, this is cool looking. We'll talk about him here in a second, but let's start with the hands like we always do. We do get 2 splayed out hands, repulsor hands. We've seen these many a times. You can plug the effect piece into these, maybe even these ones. No? No, so you don't have any pieces to plug into this one, but I'm sure we have a bin of 1 million of them, but shouldn't have to, really. Shouldn't have to dig around, but it is what it is. But we do get those hands, very common for our Iron Man figures. And then these 2 hands look very new, actually, but they are gripping hands for Iron Man. You do got the yellow in the spot against the red. Love the sculpting on these hands. Just really, really nice hands on these guys. And I don't, like I said, I don't think we've seen these hands in the past, so a little bit new sculpt action there. Then we do get these effect pieces, so you get a big blue, different kinds of blue, I guess, on this. And I'm not exactly sure how these go on. I'm going to have to kind of figure that out. I guess we'll try to figure out for the glamour shots. We get 2 of these. It almost looks like this one plugs into his chest because he's got a little bit of spot there. Maybe? Oh, yeah, there it is. So if you want to have him shoot himself or he's shooting out at somebody, you can plug that in there. A little bit gaudy for me. Not really for me on here, but I guess that's a nice piece if you want. You fig photographers, it's good to have, so you can plug that on there. This piece, I'm not so sure. Maybe it plugs in too? No? I don't know. I don't understand this piece. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out unless it goes on to something like this, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what this is. What are we doing? What are we doing? Where's the instructions? Get those instructions back here. Not exactly sure how this piece fits in, but I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I always do. But you do get some effect pieces with this one. Now we get down to business. We get down to Iron Man, and let's take a look at Iron Man's heads here. The first head that comes stock on the figure, that is what I think of with Iron Man. That's the old school Toy Biz Marvel Action Hour Iron Man figure, head sculpt to a T. Remember that all day long. And then we get one that's very, very similar without the mouth, a little bit more red, a little less yellow. One of those things, pick your poison, choose your own adventure. Which head do you prefer between these two? But then a really cool one here is the regular head. Now, we've got some cool Tony Stark heads in the year 2022. 2022, the year of great Tony Stark heads. But we got the Charles Bronson look-alike head. That's my favorite one. This one looks a little bit more Eddie Guerrero head. This looks like Eddie Guerrero back in AAA, or when he was first coming to ECW or something. He's got that kind of crazy mustache going on. Crazy? I don't know what's crazy, but it's a very old school mustache, a very regal mustache back in the day, and we do get that. Really good skin tone on this, no blemishes, no problems with that, no paint problems. The hair looks really good with that big swoop in the front. Not a bad head. I can see people using this for other things. It would be great to find a suited figure, an extra suited body. Throw this on there. Maybe one of those Inner Demons we just unboxed recently. Maybe I'll try that for some glamour shots. But really, really good looking head there for Iron Man. Tony Stark. Now let's break down this figure. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what all the fuss is about with this. Arms go all the way around. You do get a bicep cut. Double jointed, very tight, pinless elbows. I like that. Hands removable, hands side to side, back and forth, of course. You do get the waist articulation. You do get the ab crunch. You get the head that is removable, back and forth, up and down, all that fun stuff. You can do big ol' Iron Man splits. I'm here for that. You got a thigh cut as well. Double jointed, pinless knees. Boot cut, and then ankle rockers back and forth, up and down. A very good looking Iron Man. I love the high gloss to this one too. It just feels different. It feels premium to me in my hand. It just has a really good feel. Looks really good. I think this will display really good. There's not a lot I don't like about this one. Really nothing. The big gun, it's really not for me. I remember the gun from the game, but it's not really something I really, really needed. But boy, this figure is. And like I said, I'm here for more Marvel Action Hour figures. We know War Machine is a part of this as well. We'll see how deep into the line they go. And man, deeper the better is what I always say. Always deeper the better. You guys know how it goes. Does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? And wouldn't you know it, he fits like a glove. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. But man, oh man, this one is a sleeper. This is one of those sleeper figures. Probably sold out by now, so your best bet's probably the Mercaris, eBays of the world, the action figure groups, things like that. But it is sad that this isn't a mainline release or a mainline Marvel Legends release, because really, really cool figure here. I really like this Iron Man. In a world where we get Iron Man and Captain Americas on a regular basis, a very regular basis, it's hard for Iron Man to stand out, in my opinion. This one stands out for me just because of the nostalgia factor, and I really like this one. Strongly recommended if you're someone like me. But what say you out there in YouTube land? What are your thoughts on this Iron Man? Easy pass, easy pickup. Don't remember the Marvel Action Hour? You love the Marvel Action Hour? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to turn on the old notification bell. As you guys know, we got videos every single day and then some. Don't forget about the Patreon, link in the description below, where you can get early access to videos like this, pizza reviews, you name it. There's a lot going on over there on the old Patreon channel. And best of all, you do support the channel. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson, and don't forget to follow along on social media. Twitter, SirPaul64. Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for Iron Man, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.